Good morning, children. Let us see question number 8 of exercise 8.2. That is, out of 1500 voters in a constituency, 60% voted. Find the percentage of voters who did not vote. Can you now find how many actually did not vote? Actually, let us see. Question number 8 is given. What is given? Total number of voters equal to 1500. Percent of voters who voted equal to 60%. Now you have to find that percent of voters who did not vote. Clear? And number of voters who did not vote. Okay, start solution. That is, see, out of 100. This total number of voters, it is given 1500. Percent of voters who voted 60%. Okay, so here start out of percent. What is percent? Percent means out of 100. Out of 100 here voters 60 voters voted. Clear? And 100 minus 60, that is equal to 40 did not vote. Did not vote. That is out of 100. This implies that out of 100, 40 voters did not vote. Did not vote. This implies that, say, out of 100, this implies that 100, this implies that 40 out of 100, 40 upon 100 equal to 40% did not vote. Clear, children? Now see, what is the number of voters who did not vote? Clear? 40%. See, now number of voters who did not vote, equal to 40% of total number of voters, that is 1500. What is 40% of 1500? Equal to 40% means 40 upon 100. Of means multiply, and this is 1500. Okay, children, cut it out. 2 zeros from here, 2 zeros from here. That is 40 into 15 equal to 15 for 60. Clear? And 1 0 is there. This implies that 600 voters did not vote. Okay, children, that is 600 voters did not vote, and that is your answer. So see, how many answers are there? 2 answers are there. Clear? What is the percentage of voters who did not vote? That is 40% could not vote here, and 6 number of voters who did not vote, that is 600 voters did not vote. This is second answer, and this is first answer. Okay, children. Now see, one more question is there. Meeta saves rupees 400 from her salary. That is question number 9. Meeta saves rupees 400 from her salary. If this is 10% of her salary, what is her salary? Clear? What is given? Meeta saves rupees 400 from her salary. If this is 10% of his salary, what is 10%? How will you solve it? Let Meeta's total salary, Meeta's total salary equal to rupees X. Clear? And Meeta saves rupees 400 from her salary. If this is 10% of her salary, what is the, according to question, what is this? 10%, that is 10% of X equal to 10% of X equal to how much? 10% of the total salary she saves. And what is that? That 10% is given to be 400 rupees. Okay, so 10% of X that is 10% means 10 upon 100, of means multiply, that is x, and this is equal to 400 children. Okay, now let us calculate it out. This is 10%, that is by cross multiplication, this implies that 10x equal to 100 into 400. This implies that 10x equal to 100 into 400, 10x equal to 100 into, that is x equal to, here write down, x equal to 100 into 400 upon 10. 10 1 ja 10, 10 10 ja 100. This implies that x equal to 400 multiplied by 10, that is rupees 4000. That is rupees 4000. So children, see, Mita's total salary was rupees 4000, clear, and its 10% was 400 that she could save. So the total salary of the Mita was rupees 4000. Here question number 10 is also there. A local cricket team played 20 matches in one season, clear. It won 25% of them, clear. That is 25% of 20, you have to find how many matches did they win. That you can do yourself. That is 25% of the of 20, that you can find out, children. Okay, now there is this question number 10 is homework, clear. And now let us see ratios to percent. There are some different things are there. How to convert a ratio into percentage? Increase or decrease as percent. That is formula. Increase or decrease as percent. Next heading is increase or decrease as percent. Increase or decrease as percent. What amount is increased or decreased from the original? That has to be converted into percent. Let us write down the formula. Percent increased. Percent increased. Percent increased equal to amount of change. Amount of change upon original amount or base. Original amount or, that is base, here multiply by 100. Okay, percent increased equal to amount of change upon original amount or base into 100. That is, you can also write it percent increased equal to increase in the number of, that is increase, that is increase in the amount, that is increase in the amount, increase in the amount upon original number of, that is original amount. Original amount means amount at the beginning, multiply by 100. Okay, similarly percent decreased percent decreased equal to decrease in the amount, decrease in the amount upon original amount, upon original amount multiply by 100. Okay children, clear? This is now some terms are there related to prices related to an item, or buying and selling. When you buy something, that is marketing. See, when you buy something or sell something, then see children, there are two terms which arise, that is what? That is CP and SP, clear? Buying and selling. Buying and selling. Children, buying and selling. What is CP? CP means cost price. CP means cost price, price at which. What is cost price? Price at which. CP stands for cost price and its definition is price at which an article is bought. Price at which. Price at which an object or article, an object is bought or purchased. What is CP? Price at which an object or article is bought or purchased. What is SP? What SP stands for selling price. It stands for selling price. What is selling price? Price at which. Price at which an object is sold. Clear? That is called SP. CP and SP, that is cost price and selling price. Okay children, what other terms are there? That is profit or loss. Profit and loss, that is profit is also known as gain, that is, and loss. What is profit? See, if we purchase something and then we sell it, clear, then there are three situations. What? If we purchase something, clear, with some intention to get profit or loss, clear, there are if CP and SP are two things are there, then what? Three possibilities are there. What is profit? If children, if CP is, see, three situations are there. CP is greater than SP, clear, CP equal to SP, clear, and that is CP is less than SP. Okay children, see, if in marketing, in buying and selling, three situations are there. CP is greater than SP means what does it mean? CP is greater than SP, then what happens means the price at which you purchased, that is greater, and the price at which you you sold something, clear, that is means if CP is greater than SP, then what will happen? Then there will be loss. Okay children, so let us write it first. CP is less than SP, and here CP is greater than SP. CP is less than SP, CP is equal to SP, and CP is greater than SP. If CP is less than SP, clear, if CP is less than SP, then what will happen? If CP is less than SP, then there will be profit. There will be profit, clear, and if CP is equal to SP, then no profit, no loss. Then no profit, no loss. Okay children, if CP is greater than SP, clear, means you purchased at I want to say you purchased at 10 rupees, clear, a pen, clear, and you sold it for 8 rupees, then you are in loss. Then there will be loss. Okay children, profit is also known as gain. Okay children, profit is also known as gain. Okay, let us write down some formula, that is CP. Number 1, CP, that is SP minus, if CP is, that is, you can write in this way, if SP is greater than CP, clear, or CP is less than, then S profit equal to, then SP minus CP equal to profit. Clear? Second situation is if CP is greater than SP, then what? CP minus, that is CP minus SP equal to loss. Okay children, so these are something, that is if CP is greater than SP, then CP will be greater, and Cp minus Sp equal to, that is loss. And what else is there? That is now profit percent. How will you calculate profit percent? Now profit percent equal to amount of profit upon Cp. Profit and loss percent are always reckoned on Cp, children. See, this is very much important. At original price, clear, you have to calculate profit or loss percent. So profit percent equal to profit upon Cp multiply by 100. What is loss percent? Loss percent equal to, that is loss upon Cp multiply by 100. These are some basic formulae of this profit and loss and comparing quantity. Clear? This is profit percent. That is, here one important thing is that profit and loss are always profit and loss are always calculated on Cp. Okay, children, this is important point. Okay, so profit percent you have seen and loss percent you have seen. Now some more things are there. That is simple interest is also there in your syllabus, children. What is simple interest? Simple interest, what is this? Let us see definition of simple interest. And what is interest actually? Simple interest. What is simple interest? That this is also known as SI, which stands for simple interest. Clear? Let us write down. What is, during the calculation of this one, you can say interest, when the principal does not change, then we say that, clear, this is known as simple interest. Clear? That is the way of calculating interest. Write down what is simple interest. The way of calculating interest. The way of calculating interest where principal is not changed. The way of calculating interest where principal is not changed is known as simple interest. Simple interest. Okay, children, what is this situation, simple interest, and see and what is principal, what is this amount, what is interest? See, sometimes, clear, we borrow or lend money, clear, to someone or from someone. See, if we borrow 200 rupees, clear, children, let us start understanding. Clear? Borrow and this borrowing and lending, that is, see, if we borrow rupees 200 rupees, clear, from someone, with the condition that at the end of the year, clear, you will give me 10% interest. 10% interest you will give. What is this? Interest is some extra money. Clear? If we if we borrow or lend, clear, some money, clear, this is rupees 200, with the condition that, clear, you will give me 10% extra at the end of the year. So 200 rupees at the end of the year. At the end of the year, clear, that person will return rupees 200 plus 10% of 200, that is 10% of 200, that is at the end of the year, clear, the person will return 10% of 10 upon 100 multiplied by 200, 100 to the this, that is 20 rupees extra. Means this implies that at the end of At the end of the year, the person will return 200 plus 20 rupees, that is 220 rupees he will return, clear. And the person who has lent the money, clear, will earn rupees 20. Did you understand, children? So this 20 rupees extra, that clear, that this lender has earned, clear, this is called interest, clear. Here 200 rupees, 200 rupees is known as the principal, that is this one is principal. 10% is the rate of interest, that is r percent. Okay, that is rate of interest. What is this? Rate of interest, clear. And this 220 is the what? 220 is the total amount, that is called, this is principal plus interest. What is this? P plus I, this is called amount. Okay, children. So let us once again understand the situation, clear. If you have given rupees to, you have given 200 rupees, clear, to any person, clear, with the condition that for 1 year, with the condition that at the end of 1 year, clear, you will return 10% extra, that is 10% interest you will give me back, clear. Then what? Then I'll give you the money. Did you understand the situation? You gave 200 rupees to a person, clear. It means this is principal amount, this is principal money. Okay, you gave 200 rupees, this is principal, that is principal, principal. Okay, what? With the condition 10% interest, clear, 10% per annum. 10% per annum means per year. 10% per annum interest means at the end of 1 year, clear, that that person will return you 10% extra money other than 200 rupees. This is called rate of interest. Okay, now at the end of 1 year, at the end of 1 year, see how will the person return the money? Rupees 200, that is principal, he will return, clear, plus 10% of 200 extra. 10% of 200, that is called interest. 200 plus 10% of 200, that is 10 upon 100 multiplied by 200. 100 to the 200, 10 to the 20 means he will return you back, that is 200 rupees plus 20 rupees, that is 220 rupees. And what is this? This 220 rupees, here what are the things included? Your principal plus interest for 1 year, that is 20 rupees. Principal plus interest equal to amount. Okay, children. So this is what, this is the total money that you got back, clear, in place of 200, clear. For see, for what means you have given 200 rupees for 1 year to the person, clear, and you earned rupees 20 extra, that is called your interest. And this principal plus interest equal to amount. So okay, I hope you have understood the situation. Now let us write some formula in this regard. That is simple interest. You have understood what is simple interest, clear. The way of calculating interest where principal is not changed, it is always fixed, clear. This process is known as what is simple interest. Such an interest is known as simple interest, clear. There is compound interest also, that is not in your syllabus of. Okay, that is compound interest. Here every year the principal is changed, means interest is added to the principal, clear. And principal plus interest, that amount will be the principal for the next year. That is in compound interest, that is not in your syllabus this year, that you will see in the next class. See, let us see, children, that is what is principal you have understand. The sum borrowed, that is called, the money you borrow is known as sum borrowed or principal. What is principal? Let us define it. The sum, the amount, the money you borrow, the money you the money you borrow is known as sum borrowed. Sum borrowed or principal principal. Okay children, what is interest? The money. Write down. How will you define interest? Clear. This interest is what? This is the extra money. This is this money. The money would be used. See, borrower for some time before it is returned. Keeping this money for some time, the borrower has to pay some extra money. Clear. Interest is extra money. Extra money that the borrower has to. That the borrower has to return along with the principal to the lender is called interest. Okay children, now what is amount? Amount is what? Amount equal to principal plus interest. Principal plus interest is known as amount. Okay, so A equal to P plus I. Here children, what here in case of 200, for example, here in above case, that is here that we have explained here principal equal to rupees 200. Okay, here interest equal to 10% per annum. 10% per annum means per year. Clear. Here amount equal to, so interest equal to, this is interest percent, rate of interest, that is rate, this is rate of interest, that is 10% per annum. What was the amount? Amount equal to P plus I, that is 200 plus 20, that is equal to amount equal to rupees 220. Clear. Such a process of calculation of interest, this is known as simple interest. Okay children, now moving to the exercise, interest for multiple years. Clear. This can be this process of calculating interest. It may be for 1 year, it may be for 2 years, it may be for 3 years, it may be for n years. Clear. So means interest for multiple years also can be found out. Clear. But why, see here, one thing has to be noted, that if if principal does not change, clear, for the next year, for multiple years, then this way of calculating interest is known as simple interest. And when the principal changes, clear, again and again after at the end of every year, clear, or according to the certain situation, clear, then such an interest is known as compound interest. Okay children, now let us move to exercise 8.3. Exercise 8.3. There are some situations children. What are the situations? That is, tell what is the profit. Tell what is the profit or loss in the following transaction. Also find profit percent or loss percent in each case. The first A is there. See, gardening shears bought. Gardening shears is a tool of, that is, see, that is a farming to gardening tool is there. Gardening shears bought for rupees, here CP equal to rupees 250. Clear. And SP equal to rupees 325. So profit or loss percent here, start solution. Here SP is greater than CP. Then what happens? Then there will be profit. Then profit equal to Profit equal to SP minus CP. Then what will be the profit? Profit equal to 325 minus 250. Then profit equal to how much? Equal to 5 minus 0 equal to 5, and this is 12 minus 5 equal to 7. That is what? That is children, what is the profit? That is, this is 75 rupees. Profit equal to 75 rupees. 5 minus 0 equal to 5, and this is 12 minus 5 equal to 7. 75 rupees is the profit. Now you have to find out the profit percent. You have to find out, children, profit percent. Profit percent you have to find out. See, so profit percent, how will you find out? Profit percent equal to amount of profit upon CP multiply by 100. This is the formula. Profit is 75 rupees, clear, upon CP is 250, multiply by 100. Let us solve it. This one 0 0 got cancelled. 25 1 ja 25, 25 3 ja 75. This is 10 into 3 equal to, what is profit percent? 10 into 3, that is 10 3 ja 30. 30% profit is there. What is there? 30% profit. Did you understand, children? So this is how we calculate profit percent or loss percent. Let us see once again. It was CP was rupees 250, SP was rupees 325. Here CP is greater than here SP is greater than CP. So profit equal to SP minus CP. Profit equal to 325 minus 250. So profit equal to how much? 75 rupees. So profit percent you have to find out. Profit percent equal to profit upon CP multiply by 100. 75 upon 250 multiply by 100. That is, C 0 0 got cancelled. 25 1 25, 3 is 75. That is, and 10 into 3, that is 30% profit, clear, is there in the transaction. Okay, children. So now children, video is getting larger. The remaining things, clear, we will explain in the next class. Okay, children, thank you and have a nice day.